back.
Hello.
It's nearly March.
Yeah,
where did time
give it
go?
another go.
Yeah.
People keep swanning off around the world. You know, that's what happens.
Well, we had to get our travelling quick before the coronavirus hit and struck everything.
Well, I've decided that if I go on anywhere in the next sort of, well, you know, probably April, once the tax bill's been paid, then, you know, I'm going to take my laptop and all my equipment with me, and I'm going to do like OB. I'm going outside broadcast.
That's pretty impressive.
I'm going to give it a go.
Especially if you get if you go on holiday and you get like locked down somewhere. You know, everyone's complaining. Everyone's like, "Oh, on our cruise ship, there's no room for 2 weeks."
Love it, thank you.
And all those people in Tenerife.
Especially for us, because we could actually work. Like, we wouldn't be losing our jobs and missing out on
I
wages.
do feel sorry for the people who are not going to get paid, you know, and things like that. But you know, for the likes of us, I'd be like,
well, a lot of them seem to be retired people, and they're like, a lot of them are retired. They've gone on holiday, and then they're like, "Boris, bring us home," and I'm like, "Oh, Boris, keep them there. It's fine. They're okay.
Keep them there. They'll just go around Sainsbury's and getting in our way."
Exactly. We have discussed this on this show. Head back and find the episode. We've only done 4, and I have no idea which episode.
I know. It's because we talk so much crap in the middle of it all.
Unless it's in the title, we're not going to have any idea.
I don't think I put that one in the title.
No.
But to be honest, I was talking to Claire earlier, and we had to go through the stats. And I was like, didn't realise, didn't remember we were talking about that. Don't remember any of the dates we did it. I like.
Didn't realise how popular we were.
No.
You know? But now we know.
So we're back.
Yeah, we did it again.
Did it all again.
Yes.
All of.
All again.
Yeah.
All for our 3. I think we've got 3 fans now, haven't we? I think it's like, you know, multiplied. So
yeah,
we're doing all right.
I actually haven't checked our subscription account. Like,
well, it's
actually
lower than yours, Em.
Okay.
So do you want to maybe talk about this on your channel, your popular channel?
I think I have actually. Yeah, one of my videos I talked about being on this, and that it was a video and a podcast, and I was trying to sell it. But I think I might want to mention it again.
We're going with the strategy of build it and they will come. So this is us building it.
Well, we're gonna have a chat anyway. We might as well have a chat on camera.
Exactly, because we're hilarious.
What we do best.
Yeah. So I have a very, very vague. You know what's funny? I tried to clear I've got an iPad. Oh, I'll just show you. And it was very dusty. And
she loves that thing more than she loves me.
True.
Honestly.
And it has the old show notes from the last time we did a show, so that I know the order. And I cleaned the keyboard, so now it says we should be writing show jumping 09876R. Like, oh, I cleaned the keyboard, and I wonder why it said that. It said that we were going to be at South Coast in May '98.
98. Wow, time travel.
Yeah, let's go.
That would be wicked. Now, if we could do time travel and set up South Coast back in '98, we would be the biggest show on earth now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking historically. I was thinking 2098.
Who wants to go to the
forward?
Oh,
I do. I think.
I'd rather go to the
past
and give myself some lottery numbers.
I'm with Amanda. I'm doing that. Yep. I'm definitely going backwards, making forwards better.
Yeah.
Because you could go forwards and find it's awful, and then you're stuck there.
Everyone's dead. The coronavirus. Like, everyone's locked in their hotel in Tenerife or off a ship somewhere.
I don't think there's enough hotels in Tenerife or ships places to put the entire population into them.
True.
Well, we could just call Tenerife, like, you know, the island where everyone's going. Yeah. It's going to chuck everybody there. If you've got a cold or a cough, Tenerife.
Yeah.
Plague Island.
2 weeks in the sunshine, fully paid, you know.
Yeah.
Either live or die, whatever happens, who knows? We just, you know, take your chances. But saves the rest of us.
My question is, and this hasn't been answered in the endless 24/7 stream of news about coronavirus. I've not heard this. If you catch it, and like the majority of people who catch it are obviously fine, and you get over it, are you then immune to it, or can you catch it again?
I don't know. I'm feeling
that was timely.
Now, just to be sure, I am an empath, okay? So I could take on the symptoms of a bloody coronavirus and I might not have it. So I need to be tested regularly, I think. When one mentions the word cough, I have to cough. It's annoying.
Yeah, we did that earlier. We were watching the news and they were talking about like the symptoms are, we thought, oh, I'm feeling a bit warm.
Oh, suddenly, is that hot flash or have I got coronavirus? I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe it's you next to me, whoever you are. Yeah. It's like, But, yeah, I don't know. Don't know the answer to that. Who knows? I did get a text message from my doctor this morning about it, though.
Did you?
I haven't read it.
Your doctor texted you?
I got a public health coronavirus update from my doctors. Well, from the NHS, no reply. Please visit the gov.uk website. And then it's a load of website stuff. But I haven't looked.
The only thing I've seen
I'm just going to be a risk taker. I'm just going to be a risk taker. I'm just going to go out there, breathe, take my chances.
Yeah. It's like I saw on Facebook, obviously sponsored by the NHS, attempted to get me to go to a link and learn all about it. And I was like,
oh, yeah, I saw that.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, I've got the antiseptic wipes. I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
we're authors. We don't really go out much. I mean, if anyone should be safe, it's us sitting in our little offices writing. We should be fine.
Yeah.
Other people who are like, more in the risk zone should be,
Well, people working where I used to work in Canary Wharf and Canada Square, people in the buildings opposite have been sent home. And I don't know why, but I still, after 8 years, I still get the Canary Wharf management company emailing me about stuff happening in the area. I haven't unsubscribed, don't know why. But they were just like, we do think this is an abundance of caution. And I was like, you mean they're being stupid?
They're panicking.
They're
Panic city over there.
It is.
Overdoing it.
It's like, have you seen all the people with the masks on? I've been into like town and people are wearing masks and it's like, really?
Not in Handley.
No.
People there are too tough for that. They're like,
They're
not going to wear a mask. Not unless it's got like jagged teeth.
I've got
written
some
on it.
actually. I've got some in the cupboard. I should have started this with one on, shouldn't I? I had a mask hooked up.
I just think it's funny because they don't do anything. There's no point.
Well, just in case YouTube chuck germs my way through the screen, because that's as likely as any other way of catching it.
Yeah.
So,
well, to be honest, of the three of us, only one of us has coughed so far, and that was you.
But it's not airborne, is it?
No, well, I don't know. Yeah, it must be airborne because that's how it's spreading, isn't it? But
no, I think it's like touch.
Yeah,
you have the germs on your hands.
Don't touch anybody then. Keep your hands to yourselves. Don't touch people, and you'll be fine. But lock yourselves in your offices. Don't touch anyone. Keep your little mitts to yourself.
We've created this environment though where you have to touch shit that other people have touched. Like you want to go out and pay for something and they're like, put your pin in this device. I'm like, no.
That's why I don't buy anything over 30 quid.
Yes, I have actually done that. I've been in the shop before and I've been in a particularly manky shop and thought,
was it Poundland? Was it Lidl?
No, it was just like a sort of like newsagent somewhere.
We have quite a few of them here.
Yeah, and I was like, and I was going to buy something, and I mentally calculated what it cost, and I thought definitely over £30. Put something back so that I didn't have to touch the pin machine. Like,
see, I'd have just done 2 different transactions.
Yeah,
I'd have pretended it was for someone else. All the naughty stuff, yeah, that's for the really bad person at home. But all this healthy stuff's mine.
Yeah,
I'm just having the apple.
As you can tell, I don't eat anything naughty, me, no.
Chocolate and crisps, that's somebody else.
All for her indoors, yeah, it's nothing to do with me.
Amazon delivered something for Emma earlier, and they knocked on the door, and I was around, so I opened it, and they said, "Can I have your date of birth?" And I was very close to telling him to fuck off, because I was like, not stealing this identity. And then he said it was because it was an age-restricted item.
Oh, yeah. Have you been buying knives again, Emma?
No, it was port.
It was
middle-aged, middle-class thing to say, but it was port.
Could have lied.
Can we just let's just change that T to an N and let you look a little bit more exciting.
Yeah. What am I porn via Amazon? Who the hell does that? I mean, obviously no one does.
Yeah, well, But it was funny because he was like, can I have your date of birth and then can you sign here? And I was like, isn't this what we're always told not to do? But then I realised he had Emma's name, my made up Emma signature, and then my date of birth. So
yeah,
you know, some
good luck cobbling together an identity.
It's not really it's not really kind of a foolproof way of stopping weirdos and nutcases getting hold of stuff we don't want weirdos and nutcases to have, is it really?
No.
It's just,
well, as I was giving
Mum
my
answers the door and Mum says, yes, 1955, thanks very much. Jimmy, here's your bomb, would you like it? You know what I mean? Just a bit pointless.
Yeah,
pointless.
To be honest, I did as I was giving my correct date of birth, I was like, my brain was going, lie,
make it up.
But I wasn't.
It's that thing like when you're in Starbucks, isn't it? And they ask you for your name. You're like, Jill, Penny.
See, I've never done that. This is so sad. I've wanted to do that, but I've never really dared. Because then if they call the name and I don't remember what name I've given, they might have to wait for 2 minutes while I remember, and I'll feel really guilty. So
I don't think they're that bothered, love. I think you'll be fine.
I think you're fine.
There's no Starbucks police coming round to arrest you for like not grabbing your mocha chocolate quick enough. Do you know what I mean?
See, this is what I need. Like my anxious self needs you in my ear going, I don't think they're that bothered, love. Like that's what I need to hear, like in every situation.
But if she says things like that to me, she goes, I'm really worried about, like, you know, giving Starbucks the wrong name. And I just go, because I just don't have the time or the words to be like, no one gives a shit. No one.
It's fun.
Well, I think the other thing is you're also worried that they're going to find you later. And then they'll be like, oh, Jane. And you'll be like, fuck.
Yeah, because things come back. And if I say that my name is Voldemort 1 week, and then I say that it's Emma the next week, it's like they're going to know that one of these is not true.
Wow, yeah. Voldemort, they're definitely gonna.
Okay, that was a bad example.
Yeah, it was. This is why you don't make names up on the spot in Starbucks.
No, because they might end up being a character in your next book.
My favourite story is some girls I work with. We used to go down to Starbucks now and then throughout the day. Again in Canary Wharf, funnily enough, and there was a Starbucks downstairs, and one of them, Rebecca, bless her. Hi, Rebecca, if you're watching. She would like to. Like, they ask you certain questions and you know what they're going to ask you, but she kind of got ahead of herself. So they're like writing down her order on the cup, and she thought they were going to say, what's your name? But he actually said, do you want cream with that? So she went, Rebecca. And then he went, okay, do you want cream with that? And she went, Rebecca. And then he went, what's your name? And she went, yes. And it was just like, and me and the other person we were with just stand there going, oh God, that went so wrong. So forevermore now, like all the way back upstairs, up 35 flights of stairs, we were going like, cream, yes.
Cream, Rebecca, yeah.
And it's just never died. I mean, that was years ago, and it's just never died. And me and Emma do it now.
Yeah, we do it if we're in the shop. We're like, oh, should we buy cream with that, Rebecca? It's just stuck.
Yeah.
There is that thing, I think, in coffee shops. There's always a story, isn't there? It's like, if I go anywhere with Chris, she always has black Americano. It's a pretty standard, simple drink. And at the end, they will always go, do you want milk with that? And we're like,
then it wouldn't be
why? Right. So now it's kind of like a running joke. We'll just literally walk up to each other and go, do you want milk with that? Whatever it is, do you want milk with that?
I like it.
Just tag that onto everything.
Whenever my mum's in there, like the very like 1 or 2 times I've ever taken my mum into a coffee shop and been like, look, I need a drink, you're coming with me. She'll come in and she'll just like take me to the side before we get to the till. She'll be like, I just want a plain normal coffee. And I don't drink coffee, so I'm like, then tell them that. But she's like, no, like looking intently at me, like, you get me some kind of mocha foamy shit, I'm gonna pour it all over you.
Yeah.
Just want a plain ordinary coffee. And I'm like, okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna say to them. I don't know what the lingo is. Yeah. And
she wants an Americano with milk. That's exactly what she wants.
But funnily enough, when we're in Spain, and if you order a coffee in Spain, you get an espresso. So like they used to live in Spain, I used to live in Spain. So like when you're there, you have to order an Americano. But my mum has not transferred this knowledge from the country of Spain to her country of birth. I go, you want an Americano? And she's like, do I? I'm like, yeah.
Well, I blew her mind when I went, well, I'm going to have a filter coffee. If like we're in Starbucks or we're in Pret, which is just like a regular made coffee. And she just like grabbed onto me and she was like, yes, I'm having one of those.
Yeah, one of them.
In the line, like,
I think my mum lives in a state of terror that you're going to put some kind of like glass
syrup,
frothy, jar with like
frothy
foam
soya stuff.
God knows what.
Yeah.
Goat's milk. You know, I think she lives in fear that you're going to plonk that in front of her. Like I don't value my life. Anyway, the first line that we're supposed to talk about is that we're not writing and what projects that we should be working on. So Emma, what projects should you be working on?
Well, I should be working on. Well, I'm writing a fantasy book, which I'm actually really enjoying. So I will be writing that when we're done. But then I'm also waiting for my next romance book to come back from the proofreader. And today, on pre-order, my I have a book out on pre-order today. Well, when we're recording this, I don't know when this will be up. But either way, you can buy the book. Yeah, when I'm not going to be bothered. But either way, Silver Beast, which won't have the not for resale thing line.
I thought you wanted that.
No, that's not a design feature.
Aren't they like limited editions?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very limited edition with that's for sure. But no, that's up for pre-order now, and it is a YA fantasy book. So if you're feeling adventurous, readers, give it a go.
Ooh. There you go.
Ooh,
what about you, pitch. Claire?
I've done fuck all for 2 weeks. Gone. I
love your honesty.
Can't be bothered. I keep sitting there and I'm like, oh no, it's not coming. And then I maybe get 400 words out and I'll think, yay. The other day I did get 1,500 and I thought, yes, I'm back. Nothing the next day. I was like, So I've just been binge watching crap TV. Just hoping for the best, really. I'm nearly there. I mean, this story is the short story that I've been stuck on for ages.
Yeah.
I'm past the 10,000 mark. I just don't quite know how I want it to end. I'm a bit like, and then other stuff come up, and I was like, yeah, I'll deal with that. And then I started looking inward.
Oh, don't do that.
God, self-reflection.
The dangerous part.
No, don't avoid. Do it. But don't do it when you need to write something.
Yeah, when you're meant to be working. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
tricky to turn it off at the right time.
Do it when you've finished a manuscript.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, technically, I did only release one last week, so I kind of, I'm giving myself a hard time, really. But I just wanted to get the short story finished because I've got the next one started, and I wanted to. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Just wanted to get on with that. So I don't know.
But it's not happening.
I mean, these short stories, like we're all doing short stories for the same anthology. I should explain that.
Yes.
And I've kind of half done mine and then gotten stuck. And I think you've gotten a bit stuck with yours as well, Amanda. So clearly these...
Oh, no, I haven't started it. I'm the person who instigated this. I went round. Okay, so...
Not even bothered.
So spoiler alert, I've captured 10 of the best Lesfic authors and conned them into writing some short stories for later in the year. And I haven't written a single word, not even a title, nothing. I had a vague idea and then I thought, nah, that's shit. And then I didn't write it. And now I'm working on another book. And every now and then one of the authors messages me and goes like, oh, I'm this far into my short story. And I go, should probably do something about that.
You probably should sit down. I mean, it is like the end of February. You got March, April, May. It was May the 1st. We got to have it done by, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? People keep asking me, they're like, when's the deadline and what's the like the minimum and the maximum word count? And I have to go in and check the email or ask Emma because I don't remember what I said. I'm like,
because I asked you. We were on holiday. And we were on holiday and I started writing it. And I was like, what's the word count? And Amanda was like, how the hell should I know?
I just made it up on the day.
I sent that email months ago.
I just remember a minimum of 10,000 and I stick with that. And now I just keep going and hope for the best. I think it'll be about 12, 14 by the time I'm finished.
Well, that's pretty good. I think it was between 7 and 15. So if you go 12, you're golden.
Yeah. yeah, so I think that's all right. But I just got to get it done. It's just there. It's like, and I think as well, because I've got the dogs this month, and I've got them for an extended period because my ex is off seeing someone, and so I've got the dogs extra.
You know, this is a recorded show that will go out on YouTube.
She won't watch it. She won't watch it. It's fine. And when I say X, I'm talking like XX, you know, like X. Back down in X when the dogs were puppies. X.
Is this like a sort of like math puzzle? This is X2.
X. Anyway, so she's off doing whatever she's doing, having fun, while I'm in self-introvert and looking after the dogs. It's all lovely. We're all snuggled up on the sofa. It's really, well, actually, it's quite nice today, but it's generally horrible. The rain and it's just like, everything's a bit And have you had any snow? Haven't had any yet, thankfully. But
yeah, we had some. We had about 2 minutes worth.
I'm not looking forward to it. Apparently,
ago.
someone just reported Croydon is getting snow now. So I'm a bit like, eek. Might have to go to the shops and do a mass panic shop, you know, like people were supposed to do.
Yeah.
How much is it going to snow? I mean, as
it'll even land, it'll just snow and gone. It's too wet out there, but it is cold. And me and the boys have been snuggled, and you know, I'm getting lots of love from my babies. And you know, even the cat has dared to appear, apparently, and just popped a little head up every now and then. But yeah, that's all I'm doing is just sitting on the sofa.
Wow, you're not going to get many books written like that, are you, young lady?
No.
That's my Stern talking to.
Speaking of, what are you working on, Amanda?
Well, I'm not doing anything with my short story, which I really should have at least thought about what it's going to contain. I've got a book about to come out, a cozy mystery about to come out.
It's great.
Which hopefully people will like. Oh, I hope so. I hope it's going to be good. I've got a book with a proofreader. Due out, oh Christ knows, I don't know what month it is, probably end of March.
February.
Maybe. Wow, is it? Jesus. Okay, so the end of March that's probably coming out, and I'm working on one which I'm meant to be about 30,000 words in, and I'm 17,000 words in, but I've also fat outlined it, so I'm probably actually about 8,000 words in, so I'm a little off target by a shitload. But yeah,
but you know, you're just going to go in your office one afternoon and just go, and they're all finished, because that's how you work.
She does.
That's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah. But yeah, we're also doing DIY in the house, so like.
You got a little bit like drunk from all the glossing of the.
Oh my!
She hires a kite. On gloss.
Probably had a migraine from putting sealant in the bathroom, because I went in the bathroom, closed the door because it was behind the door, and I like applied all this sealant. I couldn't smell it. Emma's like, "God, that stinks." And I'm like, "Don't be such a baby." Then I had a migraine for 6 hours, and I was like, "Maybe that did smell."
And that's why you should be wearing a mask.
Yeah, it comes around, doesn't it? Not quite as productive as we'd like to be, but I bet we've all been to the cinema.
Well, we have.
What have you seen, Claire?
I went on, what day are we? Thursday. I went on Tuesday and saw Like a Boss, which was actually really funny. It was
saw the trailer for that. It looked really funny.
Looked quite funny.
It was quite funny. It was quite funny. Well, you know, that's my sense of humour, obviously, but I found it quite funny. And there was quite a bit in there that kind of resonated with me, with some of the things that the main characters came out with. So maybe that helped as well. But I just thought, I can't remember what the names of the the actresses are. Is it
Salma Hayek's in it,
or
Rose
something,
Byrne's in it.
Rose something. Anyway, they were both very good, even though I don't know who they are. I can't remember their names, but they were very, very good. And it was a bit of fun. There was only about 12 of us in the cinema, because it was a late one. But there was a lot of laughter, so it was quite good fun. It's just two friends who've got a makeup business, and the big multi-conglomerate, you know, fancy pants celebrity makeup woman comes along, wants to buy up their business because they've got something that she wants from them. And then it kind of how she pushes them into falling apart, and so that she can take the business from them. And then they become, you know, because they're friends, they come back together again. But it was just quite that thing of where, like, sometimes we can be very close to somebody and take out stuff on them when we don't really mean to. and then you kind of work it out, and you work your way back to it. So it was just, but it was just very funny. Lots of silly moments. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we saw a couple of
What
things
did you
recently.
guys sing?
Well, we saw Emma last, didn't we?
Oh, I was going to see that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, that was better than I expected. It's not one of my favourite Jane Austen books, and I haven't been a huge fan of the films made of it before. Like there was the one with Gwyneth Paltrow, and it was all right. But this one was actually, to me, surprisingly good. I laughed a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. And Bill Nighy was in it, and I love anything with Bill Nighy, because Bill Nighy for the last 15 years has essentially played exactly the same character. But I quite like that character. Yeah.
Tom Hanks does that though, doesn't he? Don't you think Tom Hanks is like the same person in every film? Just a bit.
He has become recently.
Just irritates me. I just turn straight off. I'm not bothered.
Oh, before that, we went to see Parasite.
See, I'm just turned off by the name. That alone, the word Parasite just means I don't want to go and watch it.
It's very good. It's very, very, very good. We went in, and I recommend you go in with no idea what it's about. Like I wouldn't have a clue. No clue. We didn't
no spoilers.
Yeah, literally, I'm not going to tell you anything except that very, very funny. It's very well acted. It's a very interesting story.
It's quite disturbing at times as well.
Yeah,
it really kind of like analyzes society and class differences,
but in a very approachable way.
Yeah,
it's
without being preachy.
Yeah, I think the reason it won an Oscar, it could be considered quite highbrow for some people, but then again, it's completely accessible by everybody. It's a very everyone will take different things away from it. But no, I highly recommend it. I think it was going in with absolutely no idea what it was at all. Was very interested, and then sort of seeing that.
Well, maybe I'll give it a go and get over my fear of
parasites.
Yeah, that word.
It's just a bit. But I also saw Little Women. Did you see that?
No, we missed that when we went
away. Because it's not really my kind of, that whole historical romancy. That's not my stuff. But I thought, go and see it, because at least then I can say I've seen it and I can go, yeah, it was rubbish. But actually, it was really good. I really liked it.
It's a feminist classic, so it's good to get that.
I couldn't argue with it. I really loved it. Saoirse Ronan was brilliant. It was just thought she was great in it. So, and all the other cast were great as well, but she was particularly, because I didn't really know much about the film or the characters. I know there's been a lot of films previously, and there's obviously a book that I've never bothered to read. So it was, I really, really enjoyed that as well. But
I couldn't be bothered with it because not last Christmas before, BBC did an adaptation of it, like a sort of mini drama. And we have this habit of recording things at Christmas and then not watching them until sort of August or whenever. Yeah. So we'd recently watched it. So I was very aware of what the storyline was. And I thought, can I actually be bothered to go and sit through another 2.5 hours of what I've literally just spent 4 hours watching? So from that point of view, I couldn't, but I imagine it was very good.
It was good. It was good. Like I say, Saoirse Ronan was just, I think she made it. She was she was good at the part. She was really good. Well, I mean, she's good in everything, isn't she? Really?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I've not really seen her in anything bad. So she's, but she's one of those actresses as well that I like, because she's quite attractive in a non-conforming sort of way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. She's not all glam and pretty. Yeah, and she's not all perfect, but there's something very attractive about her, and watching her on screen in that character was very attractive as well.
Yeah,
because she plays Jo, doesn't she?
Yeah.
That is an attractive character.
Yeah,
that would work. I see your point.
Yeah, but I've been to the cinema quite a lot. See, I'm trying to remember what I've seen at the cinema since we last did this. I don't know.
It was only the middle of January, so it wasn't that long ago.
I've seen Bad Boys. That was good.
Yeah.
If you like a bit of action.
It wasn't out for long, was it?
I think it's still out at ours. It's still on.
It's gone at ours.
It's gone here. Still on.
Yeah. We've got Doolittle still, which I'm not bothering with.
No.
I saw one trailer. I heard that Welsh accent, and I was like,
I didn't even listen. It's just got animals in it. I'm not watching it. It's simple as that.
Is that your rule? No animals.
No
animals
and no animals.
It's got animals unless somebody can confirm previously to me that there no harm comes to any animal at all. I will not watch it.
There's a website for that.
Yep.
Is there?
Yeah, it's called Does the Dog Die? And it has a list of all the movies and if any animals get hurt or treated badly. So just like kind of list them all if you search for them. So there's actually...
I need to search that then because I got caught out with I Am Legend.
What happened there?
The dog died. Was not good. Was horrible.
Don't remember that. Oh, because
it's a copy of 28 Days, isn't it? Yeah. It's the American Hollywood version of 28 Days. Now, 28 Days was awesome, scared the absolute living crap out of me, but they didn't kill any animals in it that I recall. Whereas Will Smith, you know, lovely old Will, jiggy, get jiggy with it. They kill off an animal. I was just like, no, why did you do that? Why? Why, Hollywood? Please stop killing animals on screen. I can't watch them. I'll cry in a minute now. I'll just cry in a minute because we're talking about it.
If you go
start with Lassie.
Oh yeah. Well, I saw Watership Down when I was a kid, and that's destroyed me forever.
Watership, right? I tell you about Watership Down. This is where you can see now where all my internal hurt and pain comes from. Okay, you know, we live in the UK. It rains quite a lot. And when you're a child at playtime and it rains, they make you sit in the hall and watch a film. My school's 2 films, because we only had the 2. Watership Down, right? On the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I was tortured through my entire childhood with poor animals being tortured as like me and dying on screen. It was just awful. Awful. And my mum had to go up to school and tell them that in playtime I was not to watch these films anymore. Because she couldn't cope with me coming home in tears. I told you I'm an empath. I would just be like, oh my God. I go home and literally bawling my eyes out. And my mum would be like, you've watched that film again, haven't you? And then I get home and the bloody Littlest Hobo's on, isn't it? I was like, oh, my whole life tortured.
The Littlest what now?
Littlest Hobo.
No, I guarantee she thought you said the Littlest Homo.
I could have watched that. That would have been fine.
I did hear Hobo.
Which is you, Em.
I might get that on a t-shirt considering I'm only 160.
Littlest Homo. Yeah, no, the Littlest Hobo and Lassie. That was always on when I got home. You couldn't even escape it with Blue Bloody Peter. They had animals on that. I was waiting. And then every now and then they'd go, tragic news. Bessie's died. And oh, no! Not Blue Peter! So, yeah, that's my rule. If it's got animals in it, not watching it. I'll even go on Google and get the synopsis up and read through so I know exactly what happens in any film just to check whether an animal dies in it.
Wow. Well, you need that website then. That'll cover you. You're obviously not alone.
No. That's why I've never watched Game of Thrones. John Wick, none of them.
No.
No. It does cut it down a bit, doesn't it?
Well, moving away from the poor animals.
Please, I'll start crying a minute.
Yeah, before you get upset. South Coast Hangouts coming up.
Oh, God, it's so exciting.
Claire, who's coming? Who have you managed to book?
Well, I've got this really great couple of writers from Stoke, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they might well be on the screen right now.
So it's just the 3 of us going to be there then?
That's us. We're not bothering anyone else. We're not bothering. So, but also, Claire Highton is coming. We have persuaded her. We have got her. Kiki Archer will be there. We have, oh God, there's so many. Arizona Tape, Judy Cohen, Crystal Shard. Who else? I can't even remember her names. Jen Matthews.
Got people from Ilva coming?
No idea. Wendy. We got Wendy.
Wendy Hudson.
Yes. I should have had a list really because it's just gone out of my head now.
Is
Lola Keely coming? Spring this on you.
If you just Google SCHO, you'll get the website, and then you'll find them all on there. But there's also going to be, there'll be narrators, there'll be cover designers. There's going to be Books Office. The guys from Books Office are coming down as well. So Elaine Sturgis, Leslie Ash, and whoever else they drag along with them. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be epic. And when is it, Claire?
We might still get a few more. We don't know yet.
We might do.
Might be able to squeeze a couple more in.
So it's in Crawley on the date of
2nd of May.
Nice.
I've
got no idea when it was. None. I was like, I think it's May.
I think it's May. Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, 2nd of May. I think. Oh, I don't know. Is it 2nd of May? Yeah, it's the 2nd of May. Yes. I'm getting confused myself now. 2nd of May. So yeah. And there's also the competitions. People need to start, getting in on them. They can join up. There's two competitions.
Tell us about the competition.
Tell us
all about the competition. We've got 2 competitions. We've got the first one where they can get involved in getting the massive big goodie bag from all of us. So they have to just sign up for the newsletter for that. It's that simple. Then you're in the draw. The other one is a really great prize offered by Books Office and Leslie Ash, which is you can have a night in Leslie Ash's bar in Clapham, which is lovely. I've been several times. You'll get the VIP area and the VIP treatment. You'll get a bottle of vodka and all the mixers for you and 5 of your friends. And there's no date. You can fit it in whenever you want to go. You just have to let them know you're coming down.
Fantastic.
So you have to find that post on social media somewhere, tag me in it and share it. That's all you got to do. And then your name is in the draw.
In the draw. Nice.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
Even if you live up north, if you fancy a weekend in London in 6 months' time, put your name in for it because you could win it and you can use it then.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be good fun. And if you go on Friday, you never know who you might meet in there.
Oh, on a Friday?
On a Friday is the best night. Apparently so.
Apparently.
Yes.
There you go. You heard it here first. And of course, South Coast Hangout is absolutely free to attend. Don't have to pay anything.
Just show up. Yeah. Get your book signed, have a little chat with people.
Yeah.
Just go and soak up the bookish atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we'll be having Natalie from Seize the Day is coming along and she will be podcasting live.
Oh, exciting.
I know. So, even if you're miles away in America or wherever, Australia, you can still be part of it.
So very exciting.
Fun. Yeah.
It's only the 2nd year. What are you going to do for the 3rd year?
Yeah, now you have podcasts and actresses showing up. What are you going to do for the 3rd year?
I have to think of something, guys, but you know what they say.
Hyde Park.
Exactly. Be a parade. Open top bus. Put on an open top bus.
It will kick off London Pride. You'll be like, and then the other event.
Absolutely, it'll be fine. I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. I was looking at all my paperbacks recently. I just finished a signed paperback giveaway on Instagram. So follow Radley on Instagram if you're interested. I'll be doing more of those in the future. But yeah, I was looking at the books and getting ready. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Mine's all still in the car from the last one I went to.
I wish mine still was. It would have been a lot easier.
I should empty the car really. It's just sitting in. See, this is where I've just been in a funk. I'm just like, I can't do anything.
Oh,
whatever. I'm bothered.
Can't be bothered.
Then you guys are going to an event because you guys are going to GCLS.
I want to know, between now and July, will I learn how to spell Albuquerque? I don't think I will. No. Albuquerque, it's just
I'm just going with New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
That's probably easier.
It's easier.
So yeah, Claire and I are attending GCLS. We're going to be on a panel about how to make a living as a full-time author.
Yeah, I better start authoring and make some money.
Yeah, so being in the funk like Claire is not part of that strategy, I think.
No, but I can discuss that part of it.
Yes, yeah.
What happens when you don't write anything in fiction?
Yeah, you can give us the flip side of the story. But it's me, Claire. We've got Melissa Braden and Jay and Lisa Gold.
Yay!
And we're moderated by the lovely Susie Carr. So it's going to be a fantastic panel.
I am so excited.
And everyone who goes will have the job of keeping you two in control, because I don't think the two of you are allowed out, because God knows what you'll do. Honestly, you won't have a buffer. I won't be there, so we're going to need someone else. to keep you
To be fair, yeah, because if we're with Lise as well, because she's trouble like us.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
we need an Emma.
Jay and Melissa Braden will be like a calming influence.
Do you think she will be?
I don't know.
One
if
of them's got to be, surely.
Well, the thing is, I
think we can bribe her with donuts. Bribe her with donuts. She'll be fine. She'll be on our side then. She'll do whatever.
Yeah, you'll get Melissa that way. Yeah.
But I wonder if we'll even get there, because we're flying over together to LA and then getting the internal flight together. So I mean, that's a good few hours for us to, get arrested or some bullshit.
Yeah,
before we
that's
even
the thing. That's what I think. I don't think you're going to get drunk or anything like that. I think you might get yourselves arrested for being like, rude to someone or something.
Those TSA officials. Why are you in the country? Who wants to know?
Yeah.
None of your business.
Yeah, I mean, no sarky comments this time, Amanda. Be quiet.
Yeah. I'll be like, I'd keep an eye on that one if I were you.
Yeah. I'll be like, no, you go that one over there. I'm going over here because I'm not being strip searched because you've got us arrested. It's not
not again.
Not again.
No, we'll be fine. I'm also hosting a panel.
It'll be great.
Not hosting.
Not hosting one.
I'm not hosting one. Sorry, I'm hosting a presentation about the Amazon algorithm.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what many authors do, and that I'm going to demystify Amazon and explain what Amazon actually is and how to get better at using Amazon to sell your books. So that'll be interesting.
If you can explain it to me, you can explain it to anyone. Like, trust me, anyone who wants to come, she's very good at explaining it, and as she says, demystifying it. So yeah, definitely go check that out.
I've been working with someone who won the Read for Rescue auction, who is basically relaunching a couple of their books with my guidance, and we made some very, very small changes within their Amazon account, and they've doubled their sales. So it's all
cool,
very easy once you understand it.
Amanda,
you have to come to the presentation, Claire. Albuquerque, July.
She won't help you as a friend. You'll have to come to the presentation.
I need to guarantee that I'm going to get some bums in chairs in that presentation.
I'll come and watch it.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yay!
Yeah, front row. I want the applause to go on for at least 2 minutes.
I'll be like your #1 fan. I'll look like a stalker. I will.
Well, you will if you're going to arrive with me and leave with me. Yeah. They'll all be like, it's like that married couple.
Oh yeah. I wonder how many people think I'm Emma.
Yeah. You have to get some t-shirts made. I'm not Emma.
I'm not Emma. I don't
the
need
other
an
one
Emma,
with
thanks.
a long double-barreled name.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Stevenson, not Sterner-Radley.
Yeah.
Oh,
the other double-barreled Brit.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it though. All the Brits are coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
I wonder if any of us will win something this year again, because it'll be exciting.
I don't even know when the shortlist comes out.
It's out.
Is it?
Is it?
Well, no, the nominations are out, aren't they? The first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it must be soon though. It's whittled down.
Yeah. Get it down from like 4,000 down to like 100.
Yeah. But speaking of shortlisted, and Miss Radley.
Yeah.
Tell the world what you've done.
I have been shortlisted for the Selfies, which is basically recognising any self-published books. And they work with Ingram Spark, who obviously do a lot of printing paperback and things like that, and the London Book Fair, which is a massive, massive book conference. And yeah, I've been shortlisted. So there's 2 categories. There's children's and then there's adult fiction, and there's only 6 in adult fiction, and I've been nominated as one of those 6. So shortlisted, should I say. So yeah, I'm massively happy with that. So
I did lose you a little bit in the middle there, so I don't know if that will all come out, but
we'll have a look. But yeah,
I know what you're talking about. So
yeah, you've read it, So yeah, going up was shortlisted. I was very surprised. I'm sure I won't win, but just to be shortlisted for like a mainstream prize like that is really, really sort of makes me very happy.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's huge. You should be very happy.
But yeah, I probably won't be nominated for anything else because I can't actually finish a bloody story lately. So that will be that. I need to glide on this as long as I possibly can.
No, you'll put your head down and boom, there'll be a new book.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You're very good at writing fast and well, so you'll be all right.
Speaking of books, as the only person who actually reads them, Emma.
Yes, Emma.
Have you been reading anything fascinating lately?
I have actually, yeah. I have been reading.
I love how she always brings it in with her.
Yeah, she's so organised. I didn't even know what we were doing today.
Well, this whole episode has been quite messy.
How dare you?
Why?
I think the words "winging it" is much better than messy.
Yeah,
it's been won. We won.
I kind of like this kind of chilled out format where we just talk rubbish about all sorts of things. Really.
Yeah.
You never know who we might offend. You never know what we might make you laugh with. You just never know. It's so great.
I know I've been blocked by 2 people.
Anyone watching, let us know in the comments if you like this kind of more free form, just having a chat format, or if you would like us to go back to having actual subjects.
Yeah, where we actually do some work and research things.
Yeah, do comment on whether you prefer us being lazy or structured.
I mean, I can bring out the little book if you want.
You do have something.
It would take me 1 minute looking at the other side.
I can tell you all about Fanny Blankers Cohen, if you want. I can give you a quick 5 minutes, but
For all
I'm not touching that. So Emma, how's that book?
The book is very good. Now we're off the topic of that. It's a mainstream book. It's a mainstream fantasy book with 2 female leads going from enemies to lovers, which is obviously a great trope, and it's nice to see some women loving women in mainstream books. So yeah, that's amazing. And on the Lesfic front, I'm waiting to read, or I don't know if you would count that as Lesfic. I think you would count Anna Thorne's book as Lesfic. Anna Burke wrote the book Thorne.
Oh.
Not
I knew
the
what
other
you were
way
talking
around.
about. I knew where you were going with that, but
I'm glad you did. I don't think anyone else did.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about what you were going to say. It's like, this is going wrong.
I'm looking forward to reading that book. That was all. No, I'm gonna download it on audio, and I'm gonna listen to that book while I'm working out. That was what I was gonna say, but that took way too long.
But are audiobooks really books?
Oh God, don't start with me. Don't you start. All books are books. There's nothing wrong with audiobooks. I say this.
I think we should put that as a question on our panel.
Yeah. So we can punch anyone who goes, I don't think an audiobook is a book. Get out of Albuquerque.
Yeah.
When we learn how to spell it.
Yeah. I don't know where the city limits are because I don't know how to spell it. Just leave. Anyway.
Oh dear.
I am.
Yes, that's what I'm reading.
Well done.
No.
I'm almost encouraged to start on my summer short story.
See, you should do that. You should.
We should all.
You should get on with that. I've got, I might listen to an audiobook actually. Well, actually, no, I won't because I've got one coming out soon, and I need to do. That will be ready for me to listen to go through it.
To proof it.
So I'll save myself for that. I think Grave Decisions.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice. Who have you got narrating it?
Fiona Frail was doing it again. She did the Doll Maker, so she's helping out and doing the next one too. So I always like to keep the same person if I can with a sequel.
Yeah, I've got 2 sequels waiting. I've got both of those to come out, so I can keep the same narrator. But
I'd rather do that. Idea. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, no, have it all ready to go, and it's like, but it just doesn't sound right to me. If you can get the same person, and you have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as someone who listens to a lot of audiobooks, I think the continuity is really important because you get someone who interprets what voices sound like, and you're already kind of trying to get used to when you listen to it to hear what the characters sound like, and then to have them completely different in a second book.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to, then fine, but it's not great.
I listened to all the Lee Child stories on audio with his Jack Reacher, and there's kind of like, I think there's like 15 or 16, maybe even more now, I can't even remember, but like the first 15 or 16 were all done by the same guy, and then the next one was someone different, and I was just like, what is this? And I couldn't get into it. It completely threw me, because Jeff is Jack Reacher.
Yeah,
I know that voice. That's the voice I want to listen to. And so when it was someone completely different, I have no idea why, but and then he was back with the next ones, and I was just like,
it's a bit strange.
I would rather wait and get the thing I want to do. So I'm just I don't know how I'm going to cope when I do the next Cam one. Well, because I've got to get the Cam series done, but the fourth one is a crossover. I might have to get both narrators working together. I don't know.
Ooh, I look forward to seeing what you do with that.
How that works. Yeah.
I read a lot of books with ensemble casts. So then you obviously have many different voice actors doing the different voices. If it's a mainstream book, they can afford that. But it does work really well when you have different actors doing it, because it kind of becomes a little bit like a play.
Yes,
I like that.
And the way I've done this fourth book is literally every other chapter. So that one chapter will be Cam and Michelle, and then the next chapter is Lucy and Nicole, and it kind of goes along like that. Although there might be several they might have several chapters in one lump, but they are very separate from each other, even though they interact. So it would be quite simple if I could get the person that I finally get to do the Cam series, and then Sarah, who did the Escape and Freedom, if she would come in and they could work together, that would be cool. But otherwise, I don't know. I think I would go with just a completely new. New reader.
There might be a way to do it. One.
It's all cost related as well, isn't it? And
and who's got availability?
And who's available? And
and when things can be done. I mean, I had a book where I had 2 American characters and 2 British characters. Obviously, for one person to do 4 sets of accents is going to be quite difficult, and I look forward to seeing how she'll do it. But now when I write books, I do actually take into consideration the audio side of things as well, and I don't give people like a very unique accent, or I don't put like lots of sort of very similar characters in a similar scene. And sometimes I'll think about sort of adding in a break to a lot of text that's like that might be sort of dialogue. I think I'll put a break in somewhere here just to clear the palette a bit for the narrator. So I write differently now. Like now my books turn into audiobooks. So
because now you can kind of write while hearing it in your head, kind of thing.
I have my next romance book takes place in Sweden, and obviously there's Swedish characters, and I first thought I'd put in a few Swedish words, but now I've kind of cut down on that quite a lot, with the idea that there's probably going to be a narrator having to do it. And obviously it's hard to find someone who speaks Swedish. I mean, I've struggled. The reason Pining and Loving isn't out because I can't get anyone to do a Stoke-on-Trent accent. So if I can't get someone to do that, then so you do end up thinking about it a bit differently when you write with narration in mind.
Definitely.
Right, well, speaking of that, we should probably
go
do something.
Well, I'm going out for lunch, but you can go right if you like.
Okay. It's been a hard morning. You're gonna.
It's been a slog. I tell you, I had to build a fire. I had to settle the dogs down. They try and have a fight together. I was just like, nope, we're not doing fighting today. Pack it in. And so I'm going out for
dramatic.
Yeah, you're off.
I might do some work tonight.
I should show my t-shirt because I just realised that you can probably see some of the text of it, but maybe not the bottom.
Oh, go on then. The first rule of Hobbit Club is there's no talking.
Oh, clever! Clever!
Since I'm writing fantasy again, I had to have a fantasy t-shirt on. So I was like,
well done.
I'm going to be nerdy. I'm going to do it. Anyway.
We do love our little nerd, don't we?
Well, someone's got to.
Adorbs. Right, okay, well, we've got to say goodbye to everyone, or the 3 people who are watching. So
see you later, guys. Bye.